Okay.
Hello, I'm Andrew Young from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a friend of Paul and Carol Mulder. In fact, I've been a friend maybe 50 years or more because we grew up with Atlanta and we're still growing. I'm asked time and time again, what advice do I have for young people in the middle of these turbulent times?
Right.
Well, one of the things that Paul and I talk about occasionally is that we both grew up at a time when the world was gone to hell and back in the Second World War. There was the Holocaust, there was the massive bombing of Europe, and there was a Hiroshima atomic explosion. God only knows the world was on its way to hell. And yet, one speech, the Marshall Plan, and peace probably held us together. And instead, we turned from working on each other to working with each other. And I think we can do that whenever it's important. And I think that it's important right now. Paul is showing you two of my heroes, Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. In the middle is the bridge from Selma to Montgomery. And all of those are symbols of nonviolence. That Gandhi got India free without violence from England. Martin Luther King lost his life, but he saved the life of this nation by helping us to cope with our differences of race, creed, class, and color without hatred or violence. Love each other, love God, love the land and the times in which you live, and may God bless you to make great decisions, good decisions, and the right decisions, not only for you and your loved ones, but for the entire planet.
Wow.
That was so good.
Ambassador,
So good.
what do you feel is your greatest accomplishment?
You know, I don't know, because I don't know that I've accomplished. Well, just staying alive and being in the center of the action. In fact, staying alive, and having what I consider a word from the Lord to share with my brothers and sisters in any situation in which we find ourselves. We're not running this universe. We are children of the Creator of heaven and earth. And we shouldn't forget that Dr. King used to say, it's not his originally, truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future, for behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. You are God's own.
That's
children.
beautiful.
I don't know where
Wonderful.
Dr. King got it from, but I got it from Martin Luther King.
Well,
And you're sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
Carol, do you have a question or?
I don't have a question. I'm just thrilled to listen to Andy talk
You want to
about,
throw that in the trash can behind you?
just talking about how he feels and how he thinks. You know, we've known each other, you know, from our families for many years. And I think Andy never changes. He still believes what he's always believed, and we're better off for it.
Well, I agree with you, Carol. As I
Well, there's another
usually do.
phrase.
But
There is more faith in honest doubt than in all of the creeds combined. So if you don't like what I say, question it, challenge it in your own life. But I'm 93 years old now, and I would be willing to bet you that before too long, you would be coming back to where you found me and I found you. Because the earth doesn't change, we change. God is in control, but God is not manipulating these things. And actually now, we have some people that think they can control the heavens and the earth, but their rockets keep on exploding.
Yeah, yes. Well, and we have known each other for a long time. And
Let's see,
64.
from 1961.
This is 60. I'm trying to see.
That's 60,
64.
40, that's 40 and 25.
How many years?
and
How much is that?
and you know, after we met and knew each other for a while, you got me to design a house for you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you design a house for a family, you really get to know them.
Well, I think you helped me get elected to Congress before we started talking about the House. So you were trying to help me, and I guess it's not too arrogant to say we were really trying to save this nation from itself. That we in Georgia were considerably divided on the basis of race. And yet, you grew up in a synagogue. I grew up in a Protestant church. And by and large, most things we agreed on. There may be some biblical things, but ultimately, we're all children of the same God. And we get along. I don't believe we've ever had a fuss or a fight, but we've had 1,001 disagreements. But usually before the end of the day, or the end of the hour, or the minute, I don't think we've ever left in disagreeing with something that would keep us from coming back together.
Tell them what your dad used to tell you about disagreeing.
My daddy used to say that you're going to disagree with people, but don't get mad, get smart. He said if you lose your temper in a fight, you lose your fight. And I don't think we've ever been mad with each other about anything. And we've been through hell and high water here in Atlanta. And our backgrounds are significantly different, if for no other reason than you being an architect, a man of order and beauty and discipline, and me being a preacher, a man of following the Spirit,
Well,
and not always knowing where it's leading.
well, I think I love your comments and I love your preaching. And I think those were great comments to close our little interview. So thank you so much. And thank you for all the work you've done and the contribution you've made.
Well, I couldn't have done it if you all hadn't put me in a position to do it. Remember, I was just thinking, in fact, I wasn't even thinking about running for Congress. And I said, I don't even know whether you could get your friends to vote for me. And you invited a bunch of friends over, and one of them was even had a background with the John Birch Society, and was